today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey,
it's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by last year's Super Bowl champion QB in his 14th NFL season now out of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon: 15 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Stafford. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Bengals very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he is going to have a Jets first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Stafford.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski.
And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback.
Back of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know they'll be back the very next series.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
play action. It's Fields.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The Bengals hit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing on 2nd and 14.
Fields. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here we go on 4th down, Fields. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
They turn to Taylor on 4th, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford, catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Now Stafford.
Back to Renfrow again, complete.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Stafford. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Here's Aaron Siposs now.
Back deep is Travis Carey. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Taylor.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Fields.
It's complete to Williams. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They snap it to Fields. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and enemy territory. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Here's Stafford. This one caught by Kittle. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. A good pickup there at 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Stafford. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. George Kittle, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. On 1st down, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
We know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Now Fields.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Fields.
Again, that's Watkins. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Off play action. Fields.
Out to his left.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime.
No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
On first down, it's Fields.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On the handoff, Taylor stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute, because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They'll run here with Taylor.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
Second down and goal. Fields. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Justin Fields.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On second down, Gordon once more.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
41 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Gordon on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. Throw left side to his tight end, Swain. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted.
Kaiir Elam makes a pick. And the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
7 yards there and a first down.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Draymond Jones. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Fields. That pass caught. It's Williams.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air. And I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On play action, Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Jets are right back in this football game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Lets this go for Renfrow downfield. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing is Stafford. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. He's going to find and complete it to Renfrow.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Stafford.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Again, it's Stafford.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Now Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a give to Taylor. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down.
All eyes on Fields. He's got this complete to Williams.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he gets it down to the 32. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now Fields.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Back to throw, Fields.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Trey McBride with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On first down, Stafford here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals.